Anti-poverty campaigners from the group NB ACORN are calling for a moratorium on NB Power rate hikes and a ban on winter disconnections for residential ratepayers. They launched an affordable energy platform on Tuesday with rallies in Moncton and Fredericton. The protests came as residential rates increased by 9.7% in New Brunswick, the latest in a series of price shocks affecting households across the province. The increase contributed to an overall increase of about 30% over 3 years. Local residents told the NB Media Co-op about their struggles to make ends meet as they rallied in the rainy weather in downtown Moncton.
My wage doesn't go up every year in accordance with that, nor does it go up ever in accordance with any of the other utility rent spikes.
Hey, 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 don't delay.
My rent is it's a couple $100 north of $1,000 already, so when it goes up $100 more, that's only, say, a 10% increase. Doesn't sound like a lot until you realize you're paying $100 more, which is a whole grocery cart of food for like at least a month for a single person.
No privatization! No!
Two people, like my wife and I. Like, she's on a disability. That's what she lives on. I can work, I'm allowed to work and make so much money, a certain amount. Even after that, our rent is like, his rent, $1,200. And after you pay power and you pay food, we're left with maybe $60, $70 left a month.
In recent emails to customers announcing the increase, NB Power said that for an urban home that uses an average of 1,700 kilowatt hours of electricity per month, the April 1st rate change will make a difference of approximately $25.21 per month. That works out to about $300 annually, not counting a hike in monthly service charges, which will rise by $2.60 to reach $29.55 per month. The increases were approved by the Provincial Energy and Utilities Board in November 2024. NB Power has pointed to various programs and services to ease the pain of higher rates, including payment plans for people in arrears. But that's cold comfort to NB ACORN co-chair Peter Jungenellen.
This is serious. This is getting to the point where people are going, wow, what is going to happen if I can't pay my bill? Sure, payment plans, but what do you do when you can't even pay the bill now? Payment plans won't do it. There's a significant steep rising costs that people of low and moderate income cannot afford.
Research from the St. John-based Human Development Council indicates that New Brunswick has one of the highest rates of energy poverty in the country. In 2022-23, arrears led to disconnections for 3,580 households, representing 1% of residential accounts. For these customers, the average arrears reached about $1,174.
Low-income tenants can't keep their lights on, and some are being left in the cold, literally.
Right now we're kind of in between jobs, so at least we have EI, but with the hike in energy prices, it's going to affect us in terms of like how just the fact that we need to pay rent and everything else on top of this hike, it's really going to strain us.
We now go to uncut footage from the protest in Moncton.
Hey everybody, my name is Peter and I'm a member and co-chair of New Brunswick ACORN. For those who are unaware, ACORN stands for Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now. ACORN is a multi-issue, membership-based community union of low and moderate income people. We believe that social and economic justice can best be achieved by building community power for change. Our members fight for new and improved laws to protect their rights and to ensure affordability for all. Within ACORN Canada, we now have over 183,000 plus members organized across Canada. And we have a long and deep history of organizing and fighting and winning change through a variety of means. This is how ACORN can truly affect real change and build community power in the process. This is what we're doing here today. We are building community power. So thank you everyone for coming out.
Thank you.
So today, we're here regarding ways to fight energy poverty in New Brunswick. Now, New Brunswick has among the highest energy poverty rates in the country. ACORN feels that people should never have to choose between food, rent, electricity, and heating their homes. Now, what is energy poverty? The best way to explain energy poverty is when your power bill is more than 6% of your take-home income, that you are experiencing energy poverty. And I think that's pretty much the majority of people these days, am I right?
Here, here. Here.
Today, April 1st, marks the official day that NB Power customers are now seeing their power bills rise another 9.7%. Now that is on top of the rise of 13.4% last year and a raise to energy rates in 2023. Now this is not an April Fool's Day joke. This is serious. This is getting to the point where people are going, wow, what is going to happen if I can't pay my bill? Sure, payment plans, but what do you do when you can't even pay the bill now? Payment plans won't do it. There's a significant, steep rising cost that people of low and moderate income cannot afford. Now, there's been much talk recently by New Brunswickers in regards to the rising cost of electricity in New Brunswick. People are angry, frustrated, and worried about how they will be able to afford the ever-rising electricity costs. Now, many things have been discussed both online and the public media about the new smart meter readings, things like that. There are some obvious problems that need to be fully investigated, and we're hoping that the Higgs government will open that investigation and thoroughly have a look at everything. NB Power needs a full cost analysis done that we all agree upon. Now, another suggestion made in the media and other people in groups is privatization of New Brunswick Power. Now, I want folks to know straight out that privatization of a public utility will not mean lower prices. So no to privatization. Privatization will mean rich investors will decide costs. And as we see now with private energy companies, it'll become a publicly traded stock on the stock exchange with shareholders demanding high returns on their investments. So make no mistake, the whole purpose of corporate investing is to make huge profits, and more times than not, it's on the backs of people who can least afford it.
Whoa.
We need New Brunswick Power to remain a public utility, and we need to look at and analyze how everything is done to make NB Power run efficiently and in the best cost-effective way, and also look at clean energy. No more dirty energy. We've got enough of that already. So ACORN's affordable energy platform calls for a moratorium on rate hikes for residential ratepayers, and state a winter disconnection ban for residential ratepayers, prioritize investment in renewable energy over fossil fuels. Again, no dirty energy production. Implement a low-income energy rebate program, fully fund the Enhanced Energy Savings Program, prioritize incentives for energy retrofits for low and moderate income rental buildings, and create an arrears management program based on someone's ability to pay with flexible payment options and debt forgiveness. To do this, we need the whole Liberal government to have a serious look at what Ontario Hydro actually has put in place, because there are some similar programs that can be used here to help those who struggle the most with energy poverty. The Ontario model that Hydro One has in place addresses both a support system for low-income earners and a program that helps people avoid winter power shutoffs. In Ontario, there's two programs. The province has the Ontario Electricity support payment system, which is the Ontario model to help low-income seniors, the working poor, and disabled people cope with high electricity bills. It provides an ongoing monthly credit directly on qualified consumers' electricity bills. Now it goes by income, not someone's individual, but household. So we look at the median income in this province, it's around $60,000. The Ontario model has actually that there are some discounts for middle income earners. So it's a good idea to have a look at that here. Something that's similar, it's on a sliding scale, but it's still a help. Now, on the idea of a ban on winter power shutoffs, Ontario has a program called the Low Income Energy Assistance Program, or LEAP. This program is an emergency lifeline so people do not have their electricity shut off during the winter months. If those programs work in Ontario, they certainly can and should be implemented here in New Brunswick.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
That said, New Brunswick ACORN cannot truly affect changes to affordability on its own. So we have a request of all New Brunswickers. We have some flyers that are being handed out today, so please take one and share them. Share this with your family, your friends, and also to your social media. There's also an online petition that we have in regards to energy poverty. To read out the petition, which will be online shortly, I'm bringing up a new member of New Brunswick ACORN and also a lifelong New Brunswicker, Ronald Petrie. He's going to come up and read the petition, so let's please welcome Ronald to speak.
Go, Ronald, go. Welcome.
New Brunswick ACORN members are done with sky-high energy bills. New Brunswick ACORN members are done with sky-high energy bills while NB Power invests in outdated, polluting, and unaffordable energy projects. ACORN is demanding immediate action to make energy affordable in New Brunswick. According to Human Development Council 2024 research, over 81% of low-income households are spending more than 6% of their income on energy, the highest rate in Canada. New Brunswick renters are especially vulnerable. Over 44,000 residential NB Power accounts were in arrears in 2023, and 3,580 homes were disconnected. Low-income tenants can't keep their lights on, and some are being left in the cold, literally. With the whole government committing to province-wide consultations to determine the future of energy NB hydro, now is the time to stand up and ensure that low to moderate income people have a seat at the table. ACORN's Affordable Energy Campaign is calling on NB Power and the provincial government to a moratorium on rate hikes for residential ratepayers, and state a winter disconnection ban for residential ratepayers. Prioritize investment in renewable energy over fossil fuels. Implementation of a low-income energy rebate program. Fully fund the enhanced energy savings program. Prioritize incentives for energy retrofits for low and moderate income rental buildings. Create an arrears management program based on ability to pay with flexible payment options and debt forgiveness. We urge you to take action now. People's lives and the planet depend on it.